Welcome back to EndZoneBlog.com's YouTube channel. I'm John Kuzma, and I want to talk about the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks traded for Jadeveon Clowney, and now they're much closer to winning a Super Bowl. Remember when they traded away Frank Clark, they got some draft picks, but it left a hole at the defensive end position. We know now that Pete Carroll is replacing Clark with Clowney, and he's a great fit for this system. Jadeveon Clowney played in a 3-4 with the Houston Texans, and sometimes he was at defensive end, and sometimes he was outside linebacker. Well, when he goes to Seattle, he'll be in a 4-3 defense now, and his only responsibility is going to be rushing the passer. Obviously, he'll be asked to help out in run support too, but in a 3-4, the outside linebackers sometimes have to drop back into coverage, and that's a waste of talent for someone like Jadeveon Clowney. It's much better for him to rush on every single snap, just use his speed to get around the edge and get to the quarterback. And Pete Carroll's so good at with his coverages and using his front seven to he doesn't blitz that often. He does blitz once in a blue moon, but he's very good at using the other defensive linemen up front and the linebackers to help out each other. It's all very synced up and cohesive. So I think from that standpoint, Clowney's in a really good situation because he's not. Pete Carroll's not going to let him get stranded out there taking on double teams all day. He's going to find ways to put Clowney in a position to succeed. And for a team that gets more out of less, this is a splash for them. They last year they had no business making the playoffs, but just because Pete Carroll runs such a good system and because GM John Schneider drafts so well, they can reload very quickly and defy expectations. We saw that when they made the playoffs, and now after another year of bringing in all these draft picks, and then getting Clowney too. This team is definitely climbing up to the top of the NFC power rankings, and it'll be interesting to see what Clowney does with his new team. Remember, he wanted to go to Philadelphia or Seattle. Clearly, he wanted to play for a contender and have a shot at winning a Super Bowl. Now he goes to Seattle. Pete Carroll just got rid of an old regime with Michael Bennett, Richard Sherman, and the rest of those guys. Now he's completely overhauling everything, and it seems to be going pretty well. Not many coaches could have done this soft rebuild as quickly as the Seahawks did, and now they're going to be right back in the hunt again this year. And I like the direction this team is heading. Clowney could put them over the top. I'm John Kuzma. Check out EndZoneBlog.com.